So the summer is officially here, apparently. Well, the temperatures certainly have got up, so we will be getting out and about into our gardens a little bit more. And even if you don't have a garden, you definitely have a front door. And I'm here at the Orchard Garden Centre in Celbridge, and I'm going to find out from Sarah Hackett how we can dress ours up. Sarah, we're here at your lovely place of work beside this very special Victorian garden.
You're in a fortunate position, Claire. We have a beautiful walled garden here in the Orchard Garden Centre. It's 12 foot high, would you believe, and it encompasses 4.6 acres. Now, it would have been originally built by the Victorians as a sheltered spot for growing very exotic and unusual plants like nectarines, kiwis, peaches and the like. It's double parallel wall, so its brickwork here absorbs and retains the heat and then slow releases it. So it heats up the area around the actual wall itself. So you're fortunate that you're here in such a unique and unusual setting.
Yeah, that's very clever. Now, the Victorians probably would have had a staff to do their gardening, but we're going to do our own, and you're going to talk to us about how we can dress up our front door, because now is the time to be getting planting and getting planning.
Perfect planting time, Claire, yeah. It couldn't be simpler. I mean, there's just a couple of rules to remember. Choosing your pot is obviously the first task that you're going to have to achieve. Yeah, we've beautiful Laura Ashley ones here. You know, there's any number of ceramics, fibre, clay, glazed pots that can be used, and incorporating the colour of your whole door, or even just the colour of the brickwork outside. So once you have the pot in place and you've chosen that, it's a case of then just letting your creative juices flow and filling the plants accordingly to your colour theme or combinations that you feel would work with the pot and your front door. We'd often tell customers that there are 3 simple rules when you're choosing your plants: to think of thrillers, spillers and fillers.
I love this.
So we'd start with the thrillers, possibly. So they'd be like the centerpieces, like this lovely Sonetti with the vibrant colour, or even some of the diosmas that are going to give you that instant kind of height and bring the main structure to your pot. Then your fillers around that would be anything like the little Argyanthums or Felicias that are just going to do so much hard work for you. They're going to flower and flower the whole length of the summer. They just need a little bit of deadheading, and a feed every now and again with liquid tomato food is really the best bet. And then the spillers then would be all these little trailing plants that are just going to encompass around the edge of the pot and spill out of it and soften it. So it really can't be any easier than that.
No, and once you get the good soil in, the compost to look after them.
Compost is the key. You really want to give the plants their best start. There's a wide range of compost on the market, but we would always recommend a tub and container basket compost, because there's a slow release fertiliser in it, and there's a water retaining gel which absorbs a lot of water and holds it at the roots where it's needed. So as a result then, it kind of eliminates a lot of maintenance for the summer. You don't have to necessarily water as regularly or feed with liquid feeds, and it sustains then the growth of the plant for those 3 to 4 months of the summer months.
And when you get it right, it can really be one of your favourite spaces in the house, can't it, to spend time with your family?
And they can accentuate both. You know, the interiors can accentuate the exteriors as well. It can be as simple as that, and it can work so well that you can borrow even colours from your interiors and incorporate them into the garden, and as a result then you have a full flow of combination of colours through.
Any more tips then for the garden over the summer? The lawn is something that people will be looking to maybe get it woken up ready for the barbecues ahead.
And you see, it's an essential backdrop to any garden. If it's a case that you have a lawn, it's important to maintain it, to really get the benefit of it. Feeding, weeding and mowing really are the essential keys. If you have a problem with moss, which is going to be the case in our climate, unfortunately, can't always be sunny, we do have rain, and in shadier spots then moss does develop up. But there are any number of organic and inorganic products on the market which are suitable for using to combat the moss problem. We generally here have a graw for the organic side of things. Mowbacter is probably our chosen product. It doesn't blacken the moss, so as a result then there's no backbaking, raking of moss out at the end. There's little natural bacteria that break down the moss itself and then release it then as a feed to the lawn.
What about then the bugs? I kind of noticed myself, the sun comes, you get really excited and then the flies start coming into the kitchen. So all kinds of bugs wake up in the summer as well.
Absolutely.
Do you have any advice on how to handle that?
Well, again, there's any number of inorganic and organic products on the market which, you know, depending on your preference, if you want to go the organic route. And of course then there's little slug traps, so people generally fill them with stale beer or otherwise, and the little slugs have a happy death, if you like, in their local little pub. But you know, we can advise on any number of different critters that might do damage to your plants through no fault of your own. It really is climatic conditions that they generally build up in.
Well, they say the cobbler's kids are always barefoot. What about your garden? Is that in good nick, ready for the summer, Sarah, or do you give all your love here?
I'm a bit kind of biased. I probably would say that my garden looks good, all right. Not the whole way through the year. It does take maintenance and care, but you do reap the rewards when you put the effort in.
Good stuff. Well, stick me down for a barbecue in the summer, Sarah. Thank you very much.
You're more than welcome, Claire.